And so, for those of you who, as I say, had an interest in my career, don't hold it against me that I stood tall, that I tried to be majestic, that I tried to... I'm going into a fight. I was going into a fight. I wasn't going for a job interview. So when you have fear of your life, of your health, of your reputation, of your alpha male, when you have fear of the unknown, the cameras are watching, your girlfriend, your wife, your children, your friends are watching, you know, hey, how you doing? If you're waving and smiling at the crowd, I'm going to have a fight here and I'm getting ready, and you're looking at, if you're doing that, you're not going to resonate. Only the people who are focused, only those people win, and only those people actually capture the imagination of the public, which is what I'm teaching to my son. And I don't know whether you know this, but I've been in Africa for probably 3 months of the last 6 months, and I'm actually building boxing gymnasiums in Angola. Angola, yeah. I'm doing the work on the ground because it's not enough to just send help.
I need to see where it's going.
I'm actually teaching myself, and I have a team of trainers from the United States. In fact, Maximo Perret, the fellow who taught me how to box, I have him involved in this project as well, and I'll be doing it in other countries in Africa.
Okay, well, keep me informed on that one.
Oh, absolutely. Just
quickly, Chris, because we've got to go in a couple of minutes. Mick, one of the regular listeners here, has sent in a question. He wants to know what are your plans for Chris Jr. Is he turning pro? Will he try and box for the GB team in 2012? Assuming he's still boxing.
No, I don't want him boxing for the Olympics, in the Olympics, and I've advised him as such. When I advise my son, I say, well, these are your pros and these are your cons. Now you choose. So he's chosen to go with my view. The reason I don't want him involved with the Olympics is because we have a media, and that media gives you fame, but the fame is fake. It's not real fame. Real fame is what Marvin Hagler earned. It's what Sugar Ray Leonard earned in boxing. You know, Rooney, the football player. You know, he will earn fame from his abilities. You don't want to earn fame if you're a sportsman from you know, the funny papers or the magazines, Nuts, Zoo. Sure. You know. You don't want to earn it that way because it makes you think you've done something and actually you haven't
yet,
and it kills your ability to keep on pushing.
We had this conversation, didn't we, about James DeGale, and which was taken the wrong way by lots of people, including James DeGale, and of course what you said was exactly the same thing you said there. It's not there yet,
and I will be proven right, not because I'm clever, just that I'm able to read life. You know, if you know, I said to James one day, you got to get beaten up. He said, me, you get beaten up? Are you sure? You know, I own that gym. That's why you won't make champion, kid. I got it kicked out of me every single day for years. That's how you build resilience. You can't have resilience if you're on top all the time. No. It's no difference to playing chess. If you play chess with someone who's weaker than you,
you're never going to become a better player.
Because you'll become weak. If you play with someone who's stronger than you, then your game raises. In Qatar, they have lots of these football academies. They bring players from Africa to mix in with their own children, and those
drag them on.
The native, the Qatari, gets stronger because they're then around stronger children, and they bring them up. So what I'm saying here isn't personal. You know, as a man, fair play to James DeGale. I wish him all the best. What I'm doing, if anything, I'm a mentor, and I can see where you're going to go wrong. I have no reason to actually say something that would be to your detriment. If everybody's telling you that you're going to be okay, you know, you're a great kid, you know, listen to the one guy who's telling you, look, you know what, you're doing it the wrong way. You know, I said to a few fighters, I'm not going to call any names, go to America, get lost, don't let people see you. Point of fact is, bring a long story to a short one. I'm keeping my son away from the fake fame and mediocrity. I want him around stallions, and I want him to suffer, because that's the only way he's going to make anything in boxing. Furthermore, for those of you who are listening who have an interest in boxing, and for those of you who yearn to have fighters of caliber who can get your interest, like a Tyson of his day, like Nigel Benn of his day.
Sure.
If you want that caliber of fighter to bring entertainment to your living rooms, you need to actually be aware of the fact that particular promoters, TV executives, they're giving these young men money, and the media are doing their business. They're giving them fame. This makes for a softie. I was lucky. I slipped through the net. No one liked me because I always walked around with knitted eyebrows. Why? Because I was focused. I wasn't attractive. I was insecure in many respects. Respect is what I wanted. Because no one gave me a chance, I had to fight. So I kept on fighting, even in fights I couldn't win. Earlier on in my career, even in fights I couldn't win, I stayed there and took a beating. Why? Because I was going to leave that ring a loser but a proud one.
Yeah. Chris, I've got to cut you off, not because I want to. Now, the trousers, the Jotras are, if you want to find out about them, get them before they're out. Get your bookings in early. It's www.cadandthedandy.co.uk. You've been listening to Chris Eubank for the last half an hour on the Steve Bunn Show here on BBC London 94.9. Right now, though, we've got to go later than advertising. I am sorry, Steve, to travel and trowel. No travel.
It's always an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Chris, very much. Let's just get a trowel.